universe, don't misunderstand. Crystal laughter fills the scene, future shining like a movie screen. Tarot readings, wine that flows, art that shines, and hearts that glow. Stories told in the spark divine. Friday night feels so alive.
Well, happy Friday night.
Yes, happy Friday.
Yeah, let me find the chat here. Oh my goodness, we have Marjana. Welcome.
Hello, Marjana.
Oh my goodness. All right, let me start a list here.
Did you want to do it or you want me to do it? Doesn't matter.
Oh, I can do it. I just noticed I must have gotten water on this pad. It's warped.
I'm always doing that with painting. I got paint everywhere.
I gotcha. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So, you guys had a lot of rain, didn't you?
We did, and it just keeps coming and going and coming and going. So
Wow.
we'll see. We'll see. It's rained 3 times today. So it's always right after I wash my car. Well, I had my car washed yesterday.
Oh, that's
so,
what it was, huh? I
yeah.
saw Don's pool went from a beautiful blue to a dirty brown.
Unfortunately, that's what happens. Yeah.
I said, well, you got your work cut out for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my goodness.
I haven't even looked at my pool. My backyard is still recovering from the last haboob. So it's a
Yeah.
mess.
Are you guys just getting rain or are you getting haboobs?
Well, we got a haboob, what was it, a month ago?
Yeah.
We have, yeah, I've seen little like spins, of stuff, but nothing that big down this way. I think I was in Chandler when I got caught in that one. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's what you told me. I remember.
Completely dark. I could have
about
panicked, or I could just sat there and ate my dinner. I was like, we're just gonna sit and eat our dinner.
I remember being on the interstate when one you could see it coming, and it's like you're where are you gonna go? So I
What did you?
pull off.
I know.
And
Yeah,
people would do the same and not hit me.
exactly.
No
Hey,
fun.
Jess.
Hey, Jess. Good to see you. Nice to see you in,
Very good to see you.
especially on a Friday night.
Right?
Oh, I don't know if it's bedtime yet, but with little kids, that can get hairy.
Right.
Yep, it can. All right, Jess, do you want a reading? Do I put you on the list? Talk to me.
And Marjana, what is your question? She wants to be on the list, but
I know. I'm
wait
waiting
to know your question.
question. It's nothing's new here. Bedtime soon. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, well, we moved it up an hour, so maybe you could get in a
little bit extra time.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I decided I would bring out all the decks. Well,
nice.
No, not all. I shuffled 4 decks and I've got more sitting here, and God knows how many boxes of cards I've got, but I thought instead of just using one deck, this will allow me to move right in and start.
Right.
So you will. Okay, General. Yeah, I know you're Gemini. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get started on Jess. We haven't seen anything from Marjana. Spirit message is fine, but I need your zodiac sign, dear. You're not new. You know this. Come on. All right, Jess. We're talking to Jess. Angel Smith. Okay. Okay. Who's the Cancer? Jess, who is the Cancer? Is it your mother? Your mom is Cancer. She always shows up in your reading. Okay. You've got something, some new clarity is coming in for you. It has something to do with love because I've got the Knight of Cups right after that. Let me see what I can. Okay, yeah, this. I think I know what this is. All right. Have you been just kind of staying to yourself lately, Jess? Abundance is coming. Wow. They're telling me that you've got things in balance. And I think that was something we talked about last time. They want me to remind you that more heads are better than just one. So you've been keeping to yourself. Okay. They want me to remind you to not close yourself off. The more minds you have going on, the more ideas you're going to have, the better off you're going to be. You're getting clarity, and I think this is a relationship that isn't working. But they're showing me or showing you as very independent and abundant. So, I mean, it's a 9. That's abundance. That's, almost being finished. It could be relating a relationship. Whoops. Aha, and there you are. I'll put you with Mom over there. Give me another last card. One more card, please, for Jess. Yeah, it's something's just not growing. Ooh. All right, something's been painful for you. And here's the Hermit. This is keeping you. Something's really been painful lately. You don't have to say a word. We can talk later. But Charlie says hello, just in case you missed that. Text me when you're done with the children. See, that's what Charlie says. She says, get a hold of us later. Make sure you're okay. Charlie, stop. There's your bunny. Go get your new baby. Oh my goodness, she's put on weight, Jess. Been feeding her these treats and she's just put on weight. So I've got to figure out some other way to deal with her. Let me see. Where is the that's what I wanted. Okay. I'm going to pull an oracle here. Listen, yesterday when I was recording with Dawn, she's been so obnoxious because she's had all my attention when I was sick. And now I'm back to doing this and she's not happy with that. So yesterday I wound up with her on my lap while I was doing it. She's put on a good pound. She's got a belly from all the treats. So I've got to figure out a different way for her. Because the vet will just have my butt. What card for Jess here? What do you want to tell Jess? Okay, there we go. The mechanism of surrender is simple, and the truth is self-evident. It works during daily life. There is no dogma or belief system. You verify everything for yourself, so you cannot be misled. Ah, there it is. Hello, Pamela. All right, I might as well leave this deck out. So, let's see here. Marijana's next, and I saw Aquarius and just the spirit message. Okay, so general. And then Pamela, need your zodiac sign and your question, my dear. You're welcome, dear.
Okay, you ready for me?
Go right ahead.
Okay.
We're
on a roll.
I'm getting started on the next one.
Okay. All right. So the number 7, Jess, is coming through for you. I'm getting 7, and I don't have anything to look it up to tell you what the 7 is. But every time I see 7, I think about being divinely guided, divinely protected. And then also 777, which would be the inner strength, release all fear, be strong at heart, look forward to the future with excitement. And here are a bunch of like butterflies. So basically what they're showing me is that you need to get out in the sun more and realize that nature is like symbolizing some of your loved ones that have passed. They're showing like, that animals are going to start coming closer to you, like butterflies. For me, it's an it's a hawk that I see everywhere that I drive. It's my dad, you know, in a hawk form, and they're showing me the butterflies are going to be showing themselves to you. Um, that you need to get out in the sun for more downloads, but then also just to notice that you're not alone, that there's, you know, symbols all around you, um, that would come towards you and let you know that you're not alone and that you are divinely guided, so that you don't feel so alone in your decisions or your guidance, all of that, if that makes sense.
Well, I looked up number 7. It's Mystic Soul. Shush. Represents the sacred journey of spiritual awakening and your deep connection to the divine wisdom. Charlie, that's enough. Oh,
So that makes sense. Thank you for looking that up. So basically, just understanding, you know, that you are divinely guided, that you have this inner wisdom and you know it. But sometimes
yeah.
when it comes to our life decisions, we get a little like scared, like, oh, I don't know, I don't know. But, you know, trust that guidance that you have and get out and live your life. Like, get outside and breathe the air and notice, you know, what's around you and enjoy that moment. I know it's hard with little kids, but, you know, take that little bit of time in the morning or whenever, you know, to go out and just
Yeah.
get in the sun and enjoy the air and, you know, the scenery, and notice they're showing me butterflies are going to show up, and you're going to be like, oh, that's my family that's passed and my friends and people that are, you know, watching over me. So you're
That's
welcome.
so cool. I have a cardinal that visits.
Oh, I love it.
The day I came home from the hospital, looked out the backyard, there's this big red cardinal sitting right there in front of me. I of course, for me, I immediately go, that's my kid, that's my son.
Right. You know, you just can feel it.
He just came to say hello and, you know, make sure I was okay.
Exactly. And for me, it's the hawk. And every time I get in my car now, I see a hawk, and it's my dad like showing up, you know, saying, I'm watching you. I'm making sure everything's okay.
Yeah, that's so cool. I love it. All right, Marajana, General, whatever.
Hello, Crystal.
And
Did we get Crystal on the list? Let's see.
yes,
Awesome. So we're doing marijuana, okay? And do we have a question?
She just said spirit message, so I'm going for high greatest. She's Aquarius. The first card that came out is telling me you need to be patient. You Sagittarius in your life, Marijuana? Something is about to change here. Yeah, I see you're here, dear. I just wanted to know if you have a Sagittarius or Scorpio. Your sister's Sagittarius, okay? Spirit, ooh. Spirit wants you to play more. They're wanting you to get a hobby, do something that brings you joy. And they really want you to take action. Scorpio's your dad, and okay. All right. Well, that's good to know. Did you go through? Let me get more. Let's see what else comes out first. Oh, all the way to the floor. Okay, you're overthinking again. Is there a breakup in your past that you are still grieving, like you have not fully healed from it? Oh, you're going to like this. Answer my question, dear, and then I'll give you more. Hi, Christine. Zodiac and question if you want on the list. Divorce, bad marriage. Okay, you need to work on healing that, okay? Because you've got new love waiting to come in. New love. Well, it usually takes a solid 2 years to even begin that healing. So I would say try to do some shadow work with healing your heart and letting that go. Call in Archangel Michael to help you cut that cord. And I want you to imagine his sword coming down and cutting it, and that person's just floating away into the ether. And then put some gold spackle where that cord was and wrap yourself in a golden bandage. And I want you to find a mantra that you can say. And if I had my computer, instead of being on the computer, I could give you one to let it go. Okay, let that go. You're at peace with it. Heal my heart. But you have somebody waiting to come in. Whoops. Okay. They're saying, yeah, he did not have unconditional love for you, but you did for him. Yes, Christine, you're on the list. Yeah, you've got some things. They're saying you've got some things to take care of before they can let this person come in. So I would really focus on doing the shadow work and the healing. Okay? Because they're telling me he's waiting. He's sitting there. Okay? No was bad. Huh? Divorce, bad marriage. I got that. Whoops, I saw that one. Over 2 years, I got that. Okay, I'm not sure what the no was bad comment referred to, but work on healing, okay? All right, your turn, dear.
Okay, so what Spirit's telling me is that grounding is still something that you need to work on. I know when we're grieving over something or we're trying to get over something, it's hard to stay grounded. But they're suggesting to get a plant, get a tree, plant a tree, plant a plant somewhere that you can go out and you can be around and stay grounded. So if you don't have any trees around you, plant a tree. It's great to watch them grow. If not, a plant in your house, being near that and nurturing that, they're telling me would be healing to you. And if you don't have a place to go get grounded by putting your feet on the grass, you can stick your finger in the plant as well, to ground yourself. But they're showing me that there's going to be this connection that's going to really help. I always have the chakra thing. It's going to help with your sacral chakra. And so that's why the orange is going on here. I'm not sure exactly as far as what they're trying to say to me on that. I feel blocked for a second. Sacral chakra, sacral. Bonnie, do you know what on the sacral chakra?
What about it?
What it has to do? My brain's blocked for some reason on the sacral chakra. What that has to do with? I know that the solar plexus is your intuition.
The sacral is more down in the lower pelvis.
Yeah, but as far as what it covers, does it have to do with grieving or like I can't
Oh,
remember.
it may. Hang on, give me 1 second here.
Sorry, you guys. I usually have all this stuff in front of me. Self-love. Thank you,
There.
Christine. Yes.
That's
So it's going to help bring that back to you and help you because we have to love ourselves before somebody else can love us the way that we need to be loved. So that makes total sense. Thank you, Christine. I just had a mental block for a second. Um, but that's why the orange is showing up. And this is going to, nurturing this plant is going to help you not only to give selflessly to this plant, but it's also going to ground you. It's also going to give back to you. And it's going to provide a safe space for you, a little area where it can be just for you, if that makes sense. So that's what they're suggesting.
they're also saying it has to do with your sexuality, your emotions, and here's what you need to do. Go on Pinterest. Pinterest has a wealth of information. Put in the sacral chakra. There is an article here about 21 different ways to help heal. And that's where you need to be healing. So, yeah, it's one of the main energy centers in your body. It affects the relationships and how safe and open you are. That's everything I was saying that needed to get healed.
And see how that opens up the solar plexus, where that is your intuition. The tree is going to help you with that. You're going to be able to connect to the tree or the plant, and it will telepathically speak to you, give you messages. It just helps the flow and clearing the they're telling me too that will help clear your chakras as well, like to clear and center your chakras, which are our energy centers in our body that help us to function and just in all areas. So yeah. Thank you. I usually have a chart and I don't know where to
Yeah.
put.
Have you been really tired lately, Marjana? Because they're telling me that you need to get rest. And I was just reading while she was talking that when the sacral chakra is weak or closed or imbalanced, you simply feel a lack of joy, a lack of playfulness. Again, another reason they're saying you need to find a hobby and do something fun and playful. It causes you not to express yourself. Okay. Hang on here. Where was I? And you have a big lack of energy, a lack of vitality. So that's where I would focus too.
Thank you. You guys for rescuing me. I just had a brain lapse. Just went.
And you ask me and I go, huh?
Oh, I know. Sorry.
I'm already thinking of something else.
I know. Sorry about that, but thank you.
Okay. All right. So next is Pam. Now let me go see if she finally put her stuff in here because Pamela's Pisces started a business helping with post-conviction relief. Any messages? Okay. Pisces.
Post eviction release. Is that what you said?
Conviction. I think this is working with prisoners that are.
Oh, reentry specialist.
That's kind of how I read it.
My son does that. Yeah.
The words are post-conviction relief. And she wants messages about that. All right. What can you tell me to help her? Well, they're what are those words? They want you to know that they admire you for your work. You work tirelessly, is what they said. You will have a decision to make, or have had one and you've been avoiding it. Okay. You have been feeling kind of lonely, but you seem to be coming out of that. You may have a Gemini that you're either going to work with or deal with, or maybe you already have a Gemini in your life. And they're saying to stay up in your head more, and your Pisces. That's not easy. But they want you to try to, it's not get out of your heart, but you seem to all focus there, and they want you to go up here more. Your sister, wait. I don't know what that is. What Marijan is talking about. Oh, wait, that I had it the wrong play. No Gemini yet. Okay, well, maybe it's somebody you're going to work with. It could just be what they're telling me is that you need to stay up in your head more. Okay. You have a degree in criminology. Oh, how cool is that? Get angels. Oh, man, all the way to the floor again. Well, you got some good news coming in, they're saying. That's great. Let's see what else. What else can you tell me, angels? Somebody is coming back into your life. Thank goodness we're not in retrograde, but oh, this is somebody that caused you pain. I would be very cautious. And I want to say a fire sign. Give me another card on that, please. Oh, thank you. That's odd. Oh, this is separate. Okay. Well, you're Pisces. Yeah, you're sensitive. I know. I'm a water sign. So anyway, you've got somebody here who caused you great pain that's trying to come back into your life. So watch that. But you also have somebody that's coming into your life that is a fire sign. Now, I believe it's a Sagittarius. Yeah, I think it's a Sagittarius is what they're saying. And they want you to take a risk on this. Okay. Give me one more card, please. Last card for Pam. Okay, well, I asked for one, I got two. Bottom of the deck. Some sort of conflict around you. And you've kind of been focused inward. I asked for the last card about your business. I got the Emperor. That's very strong in leadership. Very strong. Organization. Right with that came a Tower card. Now, that means there's a big change going to happen. Okay. And this change you're not controlling. It's not manifestation. This is change the universe wants you to have, and you will have. Don't fight it. When you see whatever this is, embrace it and try to go with it. I'm sure you've heard me over the years say, a tower change. That's the universe saying, this is what needs to happen. And it's like a rip current. If you fight it, you're going to really drown. It'll be painful. So you have a full time job as well in leadership. That's why they gave that emperor. Okay, well, you have this big change coming. Okay, so just recognize that, and it doesn't mean it's bad or good. Okay, it's just change, and it's not something that you asked for, but it is something that you need in your life. So work with that and see where you go. Okay. I hope that helped. All right, Sarah.
Okay, so Pamela, one of these times in the past, I had done some cards ahead of time because Bonnie had been ill, and so I was going first. Anyway, to say that being said, I knew that they were for you, and actually they fit completely with your question. So there's two of them that are showing up. This one is showing up that you basically have all of these directions that you can help people, all these different people that you can help. But what they want you to understand is that instead of like wanting to go in and rescue people and scoop them up, and people, will act like, oh, I don't know how to do this, or I don't know how to call for this person or whatever. Show them how to do it and leave the information there and hold them accountable to do the work, because a lot of people will come to you, um, as somebody that's, they're getting out and they're trying to reentry, but a lot of times they'll say, oh, I don't understand, or I this or that. Giving them the information and holding them accountable to look up the information and do the work instead of doing it all for them. So they're saying, if you don't do that and you end up doing all these things for all these people, you're going to get burnt out. So really taking, that into account, that, you give the information that they ask for, but you hold them accountable for their part in the process. So like teaching them how to do what they need to do instead of doing all the work for them, because that will encourage them to keep coming back to you if you do all the work for them, and then you'll get overwhelmed. The other thing is they're saying keep a balance and get out in nature and meditate and enjoy the scenery outside and breathe and take as much time for yourself as you give to other people, so that you can literally, decompress, because it can get completely overwhelming and it can get exhausting. I know my son goes through that. It's like everybody wants you to do everything for them and they don't want to do any work. And so that just happens as an empath. People tend to like suck onto us and want us to do everything for them, and they don't want to do the work. So you put the info down there and don't feel responsible if they don't take the info and do the work, because that's on them. That's their life lesson, so that's what they're showing me.
Makes sense. Okay. Hello, Roberto. Welcome in. If you want a read, I need your zodiac sign and whatever question or kind of reading you want. Next, we have Crystal. Crystal
Okay.
wants guidance and or a warning. Now, I'm not sure what the warning would be, but I put that out there. So far, what I have for you, Crystal, is there's a new opportunity coming. And it's about working with people. And it has a long-term range. So it could be something that's going to be in your life a long time. Now, something you've left behind. Okay, you're going to leave something behind to do this, whatever this opportunity is. And it may be entrepreneurial in spirit, it may be either working for yourself or working for somebody who has their own business, but it's more creative than you've been. Now, wait, what sign were you? You're Taurus. Okay. Whoa. You're going to gain clarity on whatever this thing that's got you're worried about something. Okay. You are okay. This might be the warning. All right, give me another card, please, for this. Something is ending, and they want you to look at it from a different perspective. And it's a good thing, is what they're saying. It is a good thing that this is happening. So I don't know if it's something you might not want, but from what I'm seeing here, it is a good thing. And that's why they want you to try to look at it differently. Anything else here, please, for Christine? Hello, Erica.
Hello, Erica. Erica's my friend.
I could tell.
Yeah.
Okay, once you get past that, Crystal, things are going to start to move and also get easier. You may have I didn't hear that. Are you married, Crystal? On the bottom. La, 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 la. Crystal, are you here, Crystal? Exactly, Jess. I don't know if Crystal's around.
She's still here?
She's not said anything at all.
Oh.
So,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
Doing all this talking for nothing.
We had some good stuff too.
Yeah, there was a lot here. So,
Yeah. I even got the warning.
you got the warning too?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so tell me, because I'm interested. After all,
Okay. Well, we might as well say it, right? Okay,
Yeah,
so
right.
so basically what I got was she needs to trust her inner knowing, because if people show you who they are, believe them. This is the time of self-revelation, like of revelation of those people around you can't trust. And when you see it and you see the inconsistency and you catch people in a lie, believe that.
Absolutely. Oh my God.
That's what I'm getting. She's
Yeah,
got to trust that. She has to trust that.
Especially for those who say one thing, but their behavior says something totally different. You go with that behavior, okay? That's them. Because, oh God, have I learned
Wants to
lessons?
behavior. Me too. And people will talk you out of it. They'll say, you didn't see that. It's like, yeah, I
That's not
did.
who I am.
That's not who I am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or they will tell you anything you want to hear until they hook you. And then suddenly it all goes bye-bye. And you're like, wait a minute, what happened to all those promises? I don't
Exactly.
even ask that question anymore. It's like, see, you know,
I will ask you just for the microaggressions. I want to see your, you know, people will do that. You'll say, was that the truth? And they'll go, like their eyes will, and you're like, that's all I need to know. Thank you.
yep, you
That's
can
all I
go
need to know.
right ahead. There's the door.
Yeah. And then I
Oh,
just go, bye.
yep. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me see here just to put it. Okay. So it was around 43 minutes. Love bombing.
Yeah. People love to love bomb empaths. Like seriously. I've been working with a platform with a narcissist about narcissistic abuse, and there is a self-proclaimed narcissist that will come on and talk, and they will say, "We love empaths. You're like candy to us. We will break you down like a Christmas tree," and that is true. They will love bomb us,
Oh my God. Yes.
and they do it because then you fall in love with yourself. They act like you. And then, that's what you fall in love with. Hello, Lewis.
Lewis, welcome in. Well, I'm going to go
All
ahead
right.
and put it out there. Crystal, when you're back, you need to go to about 43 minutes, and that's approximately where your reading is. And you're very lucky. I normally
We don't do that normally, but we just had to get it out. Like,
Yeah, it was like it was so good we needed to know the end of it.
we need to know it. That's right.
So tell me what is going on. All right, so cross that one off. Christine. Christine is a Cancer, and let me see what else she put out here. Well, hi, Hannah. I didn't see you come in, honey. I'm sorry.
Hello.
Okay, let me put Hannah goes here.
Erica, did you want a reading, honey? I don't know if you're still in here, and Lewis, do you?
Charlie, that's all I got. And if you don't like it, that's too bad. Okay, I'm looking for Christine to see what she put down.
Let's see, Christine. Christine, help me out on the
that
sacral
makes
chakra.
because I was reading this and I was like, I'm not sure. It must have been a spelling thing, but okay, your daughter's in the hospital. I'm very sorry. Oh, and she's autistic. That makes it tough. Boy. Okay, so any information? She didn't eat for 8 days? Oh.
Can you put Erica on the list before we get started here?
Oh, sure, Erica.
And then Erica, we need to know, she's new, so we need to know your zodiac sign and your question.
Yeah. Hannah, did you want a reading too? And also Roberto. I've got you down, but I don't know. Hello, Dupree.
Okay, so what does Christine want to know about?
Well, she wants to know about her daughter who's in the hospital, who didn't eat for 8 days and is autistic.
Okay.
All right. Angels. Christine, please let me know you're here. Charlie, no, you're done. Go chew on your bone. Here's your bone down there. Where's your baby? Go get your new baby. Okay. Christine, please, thank you. You're here. Okay. Do you feel like she is a soulmate for you? Like you two are so intertwined? Okay. her defenses are really low right now. Angel trapped in a woman's body. Okay. You're the Cancer, right, Christine? Yeah. Okay, there's you. They're saying to have patience. Do you? Is she Sagittarius? Is there anything else you can tell me here, please? She's Gemini. Okay. Obviously, what they're saying is that you don't have all the information. You are on my list. Get down. Another card, please. Thank you. You might have to do some detective work here. Oh, and they're saying to get, okay. I guess because of this, you're really focused on regrets and things that have gone wrong, and they want you to turn that around. Okay. And what they're saying is that's just going to bring in more negativity. Oh my God. See, this is why she's gained weight. Go on. Last card, please. Last card, Christine. Bottom of the deck. Okay, the number 4 could be pretty important this week. You've got 2 4s in a row. So 4 or 44. Yeah, this goes with the negative, looking at the negative and the things that have gone wrong. Yeah, with this is what they're saying. This is looking at all the regrets and the things that have gone wrong. And this is the same thing. Basically, what they're saying is, you know, you've got all this good in your life, but you're focused over here on what is the problem. The number, 4 or 44. I think it's stability, to be honest. Hang on. 4 or 44. Charlie, no. No. Well, my phone's not wanting to load up right now. Go on Pinterest and punch in 4 and 44 angel number, and it'll come up. Okay. But anyway, they want you to turn it all around. Start appreciating being a little more grateful for the good and not focused on all the bad. They also want me to tell you to be frugal. They didn't tell me why to say that, but they said, bottom of the deck. You're very wise. You know how to do this. What they're saying is you've got everything that you need at the tips of your finger to make the life you want. Here we go. Okay, you got these 3 cards that came out at the same time. This is you. This is about the wisdom and abundance and the ability to take care of things. Then the star came out. That's you having anything. You've got everything you need right here. Put it all together and you can do it. And right after that came the sun card. That's happiness and joy. Let me know how things come. Okay. Sarah, what do you have?
Okay. So I was focusing this on your daughter. Okay. So basically, what they're showing me is that all the energies that are coming in to this planet right now, and the Schumann resonance been off, and it's been, peaking and down and up and all over the place. And so it can tend to throw those of us who are sensitive off. I know I haven't felt good the last week. I've had no appetite either. And what they're showing me is that she's feeling all these energies. Okay. So it's shutting her appetite off. Also, taste of things and sensitivity to things are different. So, like for me, meat doesn't taste right and certain things don't taste right. So during a time like that, just coming up with little things that she might eat, like maybe a shake or crackers or something, just to get something in her. But don't worry about you know like trying to get her to eat a normal meal or any of that kind of stuff, just to get the sustenance in there, because it's the energies that are causing some of this is what they're showing me. And just being adaptable to that and not taking it personally, that she's just super sensitive to that. I do believe that when somebody is autistic, they have lived more galactic lifetimes than human. And so they're very sensitive to energies and things like that. And so it's just part of the acclimation to kind of everything changing in this world. And so we just have to know that it's a temporary thing, and just kind of ride the wave. So I don't think that it's anything huge that you have to worry about. It's just knowing that when those times happen, you just kind of start being adaptable to it, maybe trying something different to eat, or not pushing like, meats. For me, literally, I can't eat meat during the time that something like that's going on, because it just doesn't taste right to me. So anyway, how do you block out the energies? So I guess doing things that are less stressful for the person. So like maybe finding some music that's very calming to listen to. distractions, not a lot of distractions being around. So like a place that's tranquil that they can just breathe and like and calm down and not feel overstimulated. Um, maybe I'm getting water. I don't know if it's possible, maybe to take a supervised bath or with some Epsom salts. That kind of helps to take some of that tension out. And what I do is I make it, warm, and then I just listen to some nice calm music. And then as soon as it gets chilly, then you get out, and that will actually take some of that tension and those energies away.
Put some
Um,
in too.
Somewhat, I'm sorry.
Lavender.
Lavender oil, yes. And you can actually get Epsom salts at Walgreens that has lavender in it. And just put, a scoop in there. If she's sensitive to smells, you might not want to put a bunch in there, so you have to like let her smell it. Hey, does that smell good? Okay, let's put, the recommended scoop. You can always add more. But that's how I would do that. And there's nothing that we can do to block them out, but what we can do is eliminate the things that are around us that are causing overstimulation during that time, because that these energies are coming on top of what's going on. So maybe the norm would be I can handle having all this movement and whatever around, but when there's that added energy, it's going to put you on kind of frustration mode, or it's just you're going to be overstimulated. So maybe decreasing during that time, if that makes sense.
I've got the definition for you. This makes sense with what I had said, which is the number 4 or 44 is an indication of blessings and positive energies in your life. It is a sign to trust yourself and focus on the real aspects of life. It urges you to fight the negativity and emerge as a stronger person than ever. It further signals you to believe in your intuition and your inner wisdom to connect with the angelic realm. Sage your room. Yeah, I was going to say that earlier. So I hope all of that helps. Come back and let us know how things go, please.
Erica responded, if we haven't put down her, she's a Capricorn wants to know if there's going to be any changes coming on in the Lewis highest and greatest on the list as well. You're so welcome, Christine. Hope it helps.
Highest and greatest for Lewis, and what was his sign?
Lewis, are you a Leo? What are you?
Literally just lost all my energy a couple hours ago.
I know it's been up and down and like it's crazy. I mean,
okay. I've got Hannah down as next. Hannah,
okay.
She's Virgo, trying to keep it together in the difficult times. Aren't we all?
Right.
But you know what? Here's something good to focus on. With all this stuff that we've been going through this week with censorship and, the Jimmy Kimmel stuff and having the powers that be limit things. All of us people that got together and wrote and phone calls and all that stuff, he's now back on the air. And the 2 individual companies that owned like about 60 different stations, and they had refused to put him back on the air. Well, today they relented. So all of the ABC channels will have Jimmy Kimmel back. And that was without him agreeing to do the stuff they wanted him to do, which wasn't very good anyway. So that's something good. They tried to censor something. They tried to take away freedom of speech. And the people said, no, you're not going to do it. And we did it with the pocketbook. When you boycott, stop it. When you boycott, it makes a difference. when you write and make phone calls. Yes, exactly. Especially today when I heard those other two, Sinclair and Nexstar finally gave in too. So
Right. And I know
that,
they're not advertising, but they're doing it all over the world where they're literally in other countries. They're not telling us about it, but I've seen people from other countries get online and say, "Hey, in Italy, in here, in wherever, we are boycotting our
yeah, it was all over.
things," and it's making a difference, right? One of those places actually took one leader out and put a different one in. Like the people are standing up, so we do have power.
Yeah, we have power. It's just people need to remember that,
Mhm.
and you have to act on it. You can't just sit back and let somebody else will do it. Oh no. When it comes to our freedoms, you got to do something about it. All right. Hannah, the first card that came out for you is telling me that you need to really focus and pay attention to your intuition. You have a lot of it. You are able to focus and meditate and receive messages. And you have a lot of courage, they're saying. Whoops. You've kind of gone within. You're kind of hibernating a little. You're keeping things close to your chest. It's like you're not letting everybody see what they normally would see. Are you in a relationship, Hannah? Too many cards. Too many cards. Not at the moment. Okay. Well, they're telling me that you're very stable right now. That there may even be a celebration coming. Maybe somebody in the family. What else? Okay. They're saying you're a little in, aren't we all? Okay, list. Okay. You need to work on getting things in balance. You need to get yourself grounded. Go feet in the dirt, or like she was saying earlier, get a plant and mess with it, repot it, get into the soil, get into nature. All right. And then see if you can get everything in balance. Okay. Ground first. Okay. Let everything go through you and then try to get everything in balance. All right. You've got X's helping. I see. All right. I don't know why they told me, but they're saying you're impatient and that you need to work on that. Are you ready for?
I'm ready. Okay, so this just reinforces what Bonnie was saying on the grounding, go and connect with the tree and with nature. But what they're showing me also is get out in the sun. The sun gives us downloads, gives us information, meditate in the sun. You do have quite a few gifts, spiritual gifts, and tapping into that and understanding that you're divinely guided is huge. The sun will help you with that. So go out at a time when you can, handle the heat and sit out there. I don't know if you drink coffee in the morning with the sun or just a moment of time and sit out in the sun and meditate. You'll be surprised. Close your eyes and see what you see. What do you hear? What do you smell? What do you see behind your eyelids? Are you seeing colors? Are you traveling? Like, what's going on? Even if you get nothing, you will literally start to get downloads and open up more to your gifts. So they're telling me, get out in the sun, and connect.
All right. Let's Charlie. Let me see here. I didn't. We had a Roberto in the list.
Yes, Roberto Nita, and I don't know if he
I
had a
don't see anything
question.
from him, so I'm gonna. Roberto, if you're here and you wanted that reading, you didn't say anything, so you'll need to jump in the chat and let us know. All right, next would be Erica, and she's Capricorn, and I didn't get what kind of
Oh,
message.
okay. So she's Capricorn, and she feels like there's a change coming in her work. So she wants to know about that.
No.
You're welcome, Hannah, and I hope that's helpful. Like, it'll help you to deal with all that, what's going on when you start realizing you're divinely guided and you have gifts. It just helps to ride the wave instead of feel overwhelmed by everything. So
Yeah, and you have a lot of them. Your intuition is very strong. My intuition is going to kill a dog in a minute. She's just, this being home with her, and not working or doing anything has spoiled her.
she's not taking no for an answer.
Nope. All right, Erica. Direction for work changes. Well, that popped out quick.
Oh, yes. Ellie Hart. Did you put her down?
No.
Ellie Hart, Cancer love reading.
Ellie.
I think she was before Lewis, but I'm not sure.
Before Lewis, okay. Cancer. What kind of reading? Sorry, LA.
Love reading.
Oh, LA. I thought it was Ellie.
Oh, sorry. LA Hart. I slur my words.
Okay. Okay, back to Erica. Erica, are you married, single, dating? Whoa, I just dumped a bunch of cards. They're telling me that things are very stable. But there's a new road coming that you're going to go down.
Erica's married.
Married, okay. Happily, according to this. And it's very stable. Okay. They're telling me, yeah, something. You may be changing jobs. There is change. You've got the death card, death and rebirth. Don't get focused on death. It doesn't mean someone's dying. It just means there's change. Something is ending and making room for something new. Hi, KK. So you're perceptive. You're right. Something is about to change. Is your husband Gemini? What are you? You're Capricorn. been very introspective lately, and they want you to kind of come out of it. He's Cancer. Okay. Whoa. Oh, there he is. You said Cancer, and there's the Cancer card that came right out. You have the Gemini rising. That makes sense then. Oh, there. I didn't see that card come out. Aha. Okay. So this ending to make room for a new beginning, you have the Wheel of Fortune here, dear. That's abundance. That is movement forward. So once this ending takes place, things are going to take off. They don't want you, they're telling me that you've really turned inward. You've been focused, like soul searching, and they want you to come out of that. You know what's going on, they're saying. See, you just, okay. The number 9 is important for you, or 99, because I just got 2 9 cards. They're saying that you are a very hard worker, it's like you don't give up. What's my old saying? Well, I don't know how old you're. You're going to be kind of old to understand. I guess I could say like the Energizer Bunny. You just keep going, okay? And you're really going to like this new, whatever it is that's new that's coming in. It may be a new job, but they're giving it to me as a 9 of Cups. That is, that's like a wish card. Okay. It's like all the love you can have. So, I mean, to me, this all looks really good. You're stable. Something is ending, and the sense I got was it's a job. You need to come out of the soul searching thing. Okay. But you've got that Wheel of Fortune saying as soon as this change or this ending for a new beginning starts, things are going to move forward. And then, you know, you've got this wish card here, and this card, which is telling me, like I said, you're the Energizer Bunny, or my old saying was you're like, you can take a licking and keep on ticking. That was Timex, wasn't it? Oh,
Yeah.
back in the day, as they say, long
Yeah.
time ago. Are you ready for Erica?
I am.
Okay.
Let's see here. So basically what they're showing me, Erica, is that you're looking through the window and you're thinking that you have to wait for these opportunities to show up, but literally you can manifest whatever you want at this point. So instead of like waiting for these things to happen, tell the universe what it is that you want. What if you had no limits? What you've already proved to yourself once, you know, that you were limiting yourself in what you were doing for your job. Now you feel like you've done what you need to do where you're at. So do the same thing that you did before and stretch yourself out there. Like, what if there were no limits and I could do whatever I want to do? What would that be? Where would I be? What would I be doing? Because you are a hard worker and you can get whatever job at this point that you want, because you're starting to believe in yourself more and know that you have capabilities of doing so much more than you ever thought that you could, and people are taking you seriously. And so, you know, just start thinking about that, whether it's a vision board or whatever, because
That's that 9 of Cups that I was saying.
yeah, you're
What?
telling yourself I can only do this here and these are the jobs, but there's so many more things, and it may be even in a different place, you know, that you could go. So that's what I'm getting.
Yeah. You open up your mind a little more, dream bigger. Do you really need up here?
Shoot for the moon, girl.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Next is Dupree, and she's Scorpio and wants a general. You're going to have to get down now. Okay, good girl. Oh my God, dog. Okay. Let's go.
Thank you, Erica. It's so good to see you here. Erica was my first person that I did a reading for years ago.
Wow.
Helped me to branch out with her family and everybody. And so I owe a lot to you, Erica. Thank you for popping in. She's one of us. She's intuitive and
Well, I know that. That was
yeah, she has some great insight. So it's
my pup.
always
Oh,
great to work with.
she's a lot of work right now. She's very high.
And what was Dupree's question again?
She wanted just a general. It says
Okay.
she's Scorpio.
Okay.
All right.
Love you too, Erica.
Dupree. Charlie. Oh, you know what? I may have to take her out. Let me get this done quick. Just a minute. There is something that you've left behind. You need to go potty? Just a minute. No, she's a Shih Tzu. That's my own word for it. But she's a Shih Tzu and a poodle.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, she is not liking me working again.
She's like, yep.
It's time to play, Mom. I said so. Oh my goodness sakes. All right. You've left something behind, is what they're saying. I cannot do cards with you in my lap. And there's something that they don't want. Okay. Oh, I gotcha. This person there could be somebody that you've left behind that's coming back, and they don't want you to take a risk on that at all. Stop it. And you're more of a loner. And there's something that's bothering, something that you've not embraced. You left your past behind. That's what it is. Don't go back, they're saying. Charlie. You're fighting with yourself about. They want you to do something creative. Try to get out of your head. Yeah, well, her voice can't. Everybody hears it. You're independent. Okay. That's what they were showing. There's something that there may be some abundance coming in for you. Charlie, you've got a 10 of Pentacles here. Either that or there's something that you're doing that something that you're doing that could actually leave a legacy, but it's not making you happy, is what they're saying. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Back we have, yeah, I said that. I hope that helps in some way. Are you ready for?
I am. They showed me one that I already have.
Oh, of course. I'll be back.
Okay. I should have told you that first so that you could go. Sorry. So, some of these I made up ahead of time and then had to find out who they go to. Now, this one's telling me it's for you, Dupree. So I don't know if you've noticed, but they're telling me that you have the gift of mediumship. A lot of times we don't realize, like I didn't realize that I had that gift until I had several people that have passed. You may have like heard your name called at times, or you just sense like there's somebody in the room when you're alone. You may have seen things out of the corner of your eye that feel like they're moving. But they're showing me that you are ready to tap into that and to understand that you have that gift. Does that resonate with you at all? Have you started to feel like that? Like there's like you're not alone when you're in a place? You might get a message, like let's say somebody's talking about somebody who's passed, and all of a sudden you're just feeling this need, like you almost can hear them in your head sometimes, like whether it's a loved one that you knew or your friends knew, and they're talking about them, and then all of a sudden you're getting some kind of like information or whatever, and I know for me at first I thought, oh well, that's just weird, I just seem to know things. But when you tap into it and you focus in on it, you realize that you actually can tap in, and we can all do it, but some of us just have a stronger um, ability to do it. It just comes natural. How did I know that there was somebody around me in spirit? I would start to feel itching. Yeah, it's the same thing as being intuitive. It's just that, so like all mediums are psychic, but not all psychics are mediums. So you're both, which means you have all the intuitive gifts. They're saying that it starts with you being an empath. And so empaths have all the clairvoyant gifts. Um, Sometimes certain ones will feel stronger than other ones. So, like your intuition of knowing it. But being sensitive, period, means that that you're able to tap in. And so when you're able to feel energies, you're able to read a room, you're able to know when people are sad. You can just feel it, something's not quite right. Um, you're also able to tap into spirits as well, or really any being. And so they're saying that it's time for you to start like understanding some of that. I don't know if you've ever heard us talk about the practice group that we have on Tuesday nights. So Lewis is saying his sign is he gets hot when spirits around. Now for me, I get cold and like itchy, like scratch, I feel like I want to scratch my head and then it'll move around. So there's different signs like that. If you've ever wondered, like, why does it feel like somebody's got, my ears itching all of a sudden, or I'm hearing a ringing. Those can be different signs. So I was telling her that she has all the clairvoyant gifts and that mediumship is starting to show up even though she doesn't realize it. So we were talking about the signs of how do you know that somebody's around in spirit? Because I didn't know either till I learned it.
Everybody's different.
Yeah, everybody's different on the way that you notice it. What is it for you, Bonnie? How do you know when spirit's around?
There's so many different ways. It's a general sense that you're not alone, and there's a warmth. It's just a knowing, basically. It's like, I know when my son has come. I know when,
Right.
I'm more claircognizant than anything. I mean, I do get the pictures and hear the voices too, but it's like I know somebody's here. And then I
Well,
have
and
to go to the evidential side and go, okay, tell me who.
you have to tap in then, right? It isn't just something. So I'm not trying to scare you, Dupree. Like you literally have the choice. Like you have to hyper focus in on it for it to happen when you're like us, where you know, it's a knowing and then you have to really hyper focus in on it. So don't worry, you're not going to
You
walk
don't,
in and there's 5 people on your couch and all of
no,
that.
no, no, no. Yeah,
It's not like that. Um,
you
you
can
you
close it.
have to choose. Yeah. It's not like that. But it's kind of nice to be able to do it when it's somebody that you cared about that's passed, right? You don't have to do it for every situation, but sometimes it's nice, or it helps people that are grieving, you know, and you're trying to help them.
That's kind of
Um,
where I went into it. I mean, I closed the door years ago because I had an experience and I felt so bad because I came home. I had gotten this message, but I didn't know who it was. And I pictured there was a car running in a garage and there was a lady in it. And I didn't know where, I didn't know who, I wasn't given anything else. And when I came home, my neighbor had done that. I closed the door right away. I was like, I can't do that. You know, if you want me to do something, then you need to give me a name, an address, something. And so I closed the door for decades. And then I think it was pretty much when my son died that I realized I have the gift. You know, I need to use it and help others. So,
well, she's saying that when she's very angry, the oven will make a loud noise. And that's part of like some of your clairvoyant gifts is being able to manipulate things. I know I've had exes tell me when I'm very angry, things will start moving around. So it's a kinetic energy that we're
oh,
able to do it when we're angry. Things will move around. Yeah.
mine is like when I was in the midst of doing all the awakening and starting into this, I would hear, it was like I felt like my house was full and bursting at the seams, okay? And it was like you could hear the walls move and you could hear the rafters squeak. And I knew that when that happened, spirit was trying to talk to me, okay? And I needed to listen. It's okay. My son died a long time ago, and I'm okay with that. Thank you. Um, but you thought that was strange. It's just spirit. And, you know, it could be your guides trying to get your attention for something. But if you don't want it, you don't have to have it.
No.
Um, and I understand. Um, and you can always, you know, change your mind, you know, if it's something you don't want right now, but, you know, maybe in a year you think, well, maybe I could, then you can always go back. You can change your mind.
I think what happens sometimes when it's a general read is your guides are like, well, okay, let me tell her this. You know, so it's like we're just the messenger, but I think your guides are just wanting you to know that. And I don't know. I think this is the time of people's guides coming forward and saying, we need you to use your gifts. I don't know. I mean, it's just it might come in handy at one point. You'll know though. You'll know when it is.
Yeah. Okay. Next is L.A. Heart.
Okay.
And they are a Cancer and they want a love reading. L.A. Heart, are you here? And then Lewis. L.A. Heart. L.A. Heart. Oh, honey, they didn't tell me that. You know, that's for you to decide. I can't decide that for you. It's like Okay, thank you, LA. Um, I've been told that I am certified. I am a death doula. I got you, LA, just a minute. Um, and that's my nursing career was surrounding death and dying. Um, but I'm not so sure I want to go back into it. I fight with myself. I can help people pass. I've done that for years and make it peaceful and wonderful. But I've also moved to a place that doesn't embrace spirituality like we are all talking about. I moved to the Bible Belt. So you have options. Just because they want you to do something doesn't mean it has to be right now. All right, LA Hart, love reading. Cancer. Thank you, Aegis. LA, are you manifesting right now? Because if you're not, you should be. There's a lot of growth coming around you. Oh man, I hate when this happens.
Berlick wants to be added. His phone glitched.
Brolick. Okay, I'll put him down. You are. Okay, good. They also want me to mention to be a little more grateful for what you do have and less focused on what you've lost or don't have. Do you have a Taurus in your life at all? Okay, LA. Did you have for 4 years? What's 4 years? You did have a Taurus for 4 years. And that's like the question I was trying to ask was your heart hurt? Were you wounded? Was there a heartbreak? Really bad? Because that's what they're showing me. It ended.
She's saying yes.
Okay. And that's okay. I'm sure it was difficult, but you have new love coming. However, like I was telling, I don't remember who, you've got to work on healing that heart. Okay. You don't ever want to start into a new relationship if you're still um, dealing with wounds, because that'll affect and color everything. So work on trying to heal that. And this new relationship is showing me as a 10 of Pentacles. That is abundance, that is leaving a legacy, that is, well, we also say that aces are new beginnings and tens are endings. So that could be representing the ending to that relationship. They're also showing me that you are looking backwards in a fond way at memories, maybe even as far back as your childhood. It's more of a nostalgic feeling. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, there's that ending again. And they want to make sure you don't put your boundaries too high. Don't become too defensive. Because when we've been hurt, that's the tendency, okay? And they're showing me that you need to get some rest. Are you ready for?
I am. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I hope that helps and makes some sense.
This is just falling in line with Bonnie. The person from the past has your heart. So you basically have to cut the cords, like you're literally still bleeding out, literally, from that situation. And you, even though this person isn't around, they still have a hold of you energetically. So what you have to do is you have to cut the cords. Spiritually and physically. Like, don't answer their calls, don't have anything to do with them, get rid of the things they've given you. If you can't get rid of them, put them in a box in the garage until you can get rid of them. Literally having those things out of your presence. And I understand, because for me, I was like, well, I paid all these things and this is the one thing they gave me, I'm going to use it. No, it holds a tie. So take those things, put them in a box. It holds energy, and that person knows. They know that person was narcissistic. That person knows that there's an energetic tie. So they always see you as an option in a rotation. And so you cut those cords. They might show up calling you. Zero response, like any kind of response will make them feel like they have a chance with you back, to grab you back. And then the looking back is showing at what they're showing me is like maybe your father figure or your father wanting somebody maybe to be, in that type of a hold, that type of a personality or whatever, and maybe not really understanding what exactly it is that you want with somebody in your life. So maybe making a list of the characteristics that you really want with somebody, but you've got to cut these cords first. And does Dawn have a book on cutting cords, or who has that explains all of that? Because it's a procedure, like.
Well, call in Archangel Michael, ask him to cut the cord, and then, spiritually imagine you're putting like gold spackle all around where it's bleeding, okay? And then wrap yourself in a golden bandage, okay? And he doesn't have, where's that book?
That's how I've always done it, is you imagine the cords, close your eyes, however thick they are, whatever they are, and imagine yourself cutting them. And if you have to get a chainsaw out, that's what you get. And you cut them and you send his cords back to him and yours back to you. And then you spackle it over with you with golden light and over them with golden light. And every time you feel like you're thinking about him again, it's reconnected. So you cut it again. And you just keep doing that until it's further and further apart. But sometimes they're thinking about you, and that's why you're thinking about them. So that's why you got to cut it again.
Yeah. And I, when you were saying, you know, cut off all ties at all, go in your phone. I'm sure you still got that phone number. Block it. Okay. Block the messages, block the call so you won't even be tempted. And that's so important. You just got to break from it. Otherwise,
Completely, yeah. And
never
if you
gonna.
can't, exactly, you're never going to be able to let go because we hold on to those that we don't cut those cords.
Not easy. We've all been through it.
All been through it. I had a whole list I had never let go of. So I have to go in and cut a lot of cords.
Yeah, not good. All right. Next, we have Lewis finally.
Hey, Lewis, thanks for your patience.
Lewis wants highest and greatest, and he is a Gemini. All right, Lewis. It takes time, Lewis. Whoa. Yeah, they're showing that you can talk to spirit. Ooh. Very wise. Abundant. Independent. Organized. Wow. Got a lot of pentacles here. What did I say? You're a Gemini. A lot of earth here. Is there something? Wow. Let's keep going. Let's see. What else? I've got the king. Lewis, are you married? Are you married? I know I should know this, but Spirit keeps my mind blank, so I don't. Whoops.
He's not married.
Okay. Okay. You're saying, okay. They want you to be patient. Things are getting easier, they're saying. And you have a very strong intuition. Wow. I think you're going to meet somebody soon. And I think they're going to be an earth sign. I've got the King and Queen of Pentacles here. That could be a divine pairing. But they also, right after that, gave me the Ten of Pentacles. Now, Ten of Pentacles in a relationship can mean a lifetime relationship. It means working together and putting together the family and, buying the house and the barn and having the pets and the kids and leaving a legacy, working together to leave something. They're showing me the Knight of Cups. Now that's saying that when this starts or happens or when you recognize it, you're to take action. But they are also saying, don't spill your guts right away. Keep things kind of close to your chest. It's like quid pro quo. I'll tell you a little bit, you tell me a little bit. Don't just vomit everything out. And some people do. I used to. So what they're trying to remind you is when this person enters your life, and I don't think this is too far away, not only take action, but be somewhat controlled in how much you let them know right away. Okay, I hope that makes sense, but they are telling me you are incredibly intuitive. So listen to your gut big time. All right, go ahead.
So there was one that I did ahead of time, and it was for you, Lewis. This is your Lyran spirit guide.
Ooh, that's pretty.
And he just wants you to know that he is around you at all times, that you've been tapping into him. If you ask him for a name, he will give it to you. And he's just really glad that you have been like tapping into that inner voice and starting to hear him over other other beings that are trying to contact you. And he's saying that going out in the sun, I don't know, sun seems to be the thing. I keep hearing that for myself as well. Get out in the sun. But the sun is supposed to help you like hear his voice clear. You'll start to connect more with who you've been, places that you travel. When you're meditating will be clues as to who you've been. And if you notice, he's got a symbol for the third eye. So you do have a very strong intuition, and he's been helping you to open that up even more and to have better discernment. And so, yeah, he's coming forward.
That's pretty cool. Brolic, I know I added you on the list, but honey, I don't have a question, a kind of reading. I don't have your zodiac sign unless I missed it in there. So Brolic, if you want a reading, you're next, but I need information. Wow, dry.
I've been that way too lately.
Yeah. Okay.
We're doing Brolic now?
Yeah. There he is, Leo. Okay.
And what is your question, Brolic?
Yeah. Okay, you're a Leo. General, there we go. Okay.
Okay, Lewis, no problem. Just get a hold of me.
Yeah, beautiful picture. And just in case you haven't said it, she will finish the pictures for you and send them to you in the mail $15, shipping included. And if you do that, if you come to her personally and ask for that, it's about $150. So, I mean, it's quite a deal, and they come with the energy. So, I mean, if she does one for me, I'm going to buy it.
The energy stays with it, and I keep saying 150, but it's actually $222.
Oh my
Because
God, it went up.
this size on canvas, which takes me about 8 hours, 8 to 9 hours, and then you get an hour reading is $222. So you're getting a really good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, General,
all
please.
right. Gross. Frolic, are you feeling kind of lonely? A sense of loss? Did you lose somebody? Okay, I just heard it's time to wake up. Ooh. Yeah. What happens? There's something painful here. You didn't lose anybody. Okay. Good. But something painful happened. What happened? Well, it could be just an ending of a job or a friendship. But I get the sense of I saw that. I get the sense of maybe a relationship. And maybe it's been a while, but they're just showing me it was very painful. Okay. Wow. Things are going to change. You've got happiness coming here. But you've got the Wheel of Fortune. So things are about to change. That's probably why they said it's time to wake up. You're welcome, Lois.
Welcome, Lois.
They're telling me that you're very wise, good with money, organized. I'm not sure how accurate, but that's what I've got here. May I have one last card here, please? I get one more card? Last card, please. I think they're done. Last time through. They're done. Wheel of Fortune. Things are going to start moving for you. But like they said, you've got to wake up, and you'll know what that means. I don't know if that means that literally you've been just kind of hanging out at home and sleeping a lot, or if that means that you're just not focused. Um, is there some conflict in your life right now? That could be competition, though. Are you competitive? Bro, look, you haven't said much. Hello.
He said earlier his phone was glitching, so I don't know. Maybe he's
Oh, oh,
glitching.
okay. Well, anyway, um, I guess you got him. It's your turn.
Okay. I don't know if this is what he needs to wake up to, but they're showing me that oh, he's saying he's
Oh,
had some conflict recently.
okay. All right. That's what they showed me. All right. That could be that. All right. Well, a lag in the, there's always a lag. Um, that's your Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Everything's going to work together in your favor. But with what? You've had conflict with your ex in regards to parent. Oh, well, yeah.
That's
Not
pretty common.
what?
So that's pretty common.
Yeah, we've been there. Okay, I'm gonna let Sarah take it over.
All right. Hopefully this isn't way out there, Berlick, but what I'm getting is that I don't think you realize that you in a past life have been an Elohim. And you're like Michael, like a warrior for the light. And if you've been having any kind of dreams where you feel like you're fighting things off, or you're waking up and you felt like you had all this stuff going on, you're waking up, you're tired, maybe you don't remember right after you have dreamed it, but you actually have this purpose to like keep the light going in the dark, and kind of be a warrior, I guess, warrior energy. So I don't know. I guess they just want you to know that that's something that you are, and that you have a big purpose. Sometimes when we get down in the everyday things that are going on, conflicts with people, all these different things, we forget about what our mission is and why we're here. And it's a bigger picture than the everyday struggles that we go through. So just know that you do have a really big purpose. And he says, yes, that's definitely been happening recently. So that's why you've been having those dreams, because you're actually going to different realms in your dreams, and you're like keep fighting against the dark. And so you do have a really big mission. And just know that, and your guides will give you more messages concerning that. But yeah, this is like a picture of your higher self when you were in an Elohim.
What a beautiful picture. I mean, really, you are there to fight that darkness and to help others. That's such a cool thing. I well, I think that's a really awesome picture.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was like immediately they were like, he has wings, and then they gave me the sword and the and the third eye, and the like, yeah, swooping down and like being like an avenger for the light.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess, wow, it's past time already.
It is. Did we get through everybody?
Well, there was one person that came in just a little bit ago. Hang on. Somebody by the name of
Ish Ashika.
Pisces.
Pisces, currently job hunting. By when do you see me landing a job I can
Can't
take
do
up?
that, honey. It's divine timing. Um, there's no time in spirit world. So if I ask spirit, when are you going to get a job? Is it going to be in 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 months? They'll give me a number, but they're going to pull it out of a hat. They'll try, but the time is man-made. So they will, they could give me a 2, could be 2 hours, 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 years, so there is no way for us to give you a time.
It's going to depend on you.
Mhm.
So you have to start seeing things differently than you do. Instead of going, okay, which one of these jobs is going to call me? You have to say, which one of these jobs do I want?
Right.
Which one of these jobs do I see myself fitting the best, feeling like I could thrive there and be excited to go to work? And then you focus on that as if you've already got it. And because sometimes we don't get a job because we're going to take the job that we're going to be unhappy with. And I've had that happen where I don't get this job and that, and I think I'm overqualified. Why don't I get the job? And then finally I go do what I'm supposed to do, and then all the jobs come calling. And it was just to say, hey, I wasn't going to make the right decision. So change your perspective. It's going to happen based on you and you putting your intention out there, which is the best fit for me.
Yeah. Remember, when you go to an interview, you're interviewing them just as much as they're interviewing you. You want to find out, are they going to be a fit for you? Not just are you fitting them.
Exactly.
I hope that helps you. Come back earlier, maybe you'll get a longer reading. I want to thank everybody for coming in tonight. What a crowd. That's just
Thank
awesome.
you guys. What a great turnout, huh? For us
Yeah.
being
Hey,
issues with our health.
tonight. I boosted it out to a lot of people.
You did awesome, and I was glitching and everything, so thank you.
That's okay. Thank you, everybody. Now, tonight's Friday night. Okay, so tomorrow, Saturday morning, right? Yeah, Saturday morning. Boy, this week went by quick.
I know.
Susan Grayson is on. She comes on around 10 o'clock. She's pretty punctual, sometimes early. She will do about 50 readings in an hour. She's very quick, to the point. Don't blink, you'll miss it. Okay. Then we're on Sunday, and we have this cool show called Psychic Sunday. I will be on there with Jess Mercer. So come in 11 o'clock Mountain Standard. That's Arizona time. That would be 1 o'clock Central, and you can, set your times from there. Then Monday, we don't have anybody on currently that I'm aware of. Tuesday, Julie Karen will be on. She comes on she's Love Riot Warriors, and she's on with a lady named Claudine or Claudette? Claudine, I believe. And they have a show called the Show That Flows. And it's about holistic stuff, herbals. It's cool. If you really are into that, then give it a listen. It's about 9 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Wednesday, then you got to see Julie's new show, 8 o'clock Mountain Standard. And she interviews people, and they have been phenomenal. So, really go take a look. And if you go to her page, which is Connections, and I should know this.
Can't remember the name of it.
But if you go to Love Riot Warriors, if you scan that, you'll get it from that page. But take a look at that. She's got a lot of interviews up that she's done, and they are fabulous. That's, what did I say? That was Wednesday. Wednesday night, then, become about 6 o'clock Mountain Standard, ishy, very ishy. Angie, A5 Says, will be on with Mr. Don at Sonoran Mystic Tarot. And here's, well, how come he's giving me a hard time? There you go. And they have a show that they do scheduled 6 to 8 Mountain Standard, but you really need to be subscribed because then you'll get the message that they're on. They might not come on until 7:30, 8 o'clock. It just happens that way. So, but it's worth it. Take a look at that. And that is Wednesday night. And then Thursday is Don again, will be on Thursday morning. And he goes on with Shauna Sellers, Naturally Divine Goddess. And they're on about 11 a.m. Eastern time, which would be 8 a.m. Mountain Standard, which is also Pacific right now. And great show. They're totally different vibe. Shauna's such a positive soul. I love her to death. So take a look at that. But they're also ishy. It depends on what's going on in their lives. And that's Thursday. And then Friday, again, Miss Julie is on. She was on earlier today with Scott Underwood. He channels Archangel Gabriel, and they have a show where they do readings as well. So, and their show is on at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. So take a look at any one of those. I mean, I think every day, but maybe one of us is on. And then if you want to join and practice your gifts, then Tuesday night's the night for that. We gather together through Zoom from all over. And that's how we sharpen our skills. We practice with each other. We read each other. We do different exercises. And there are people there from beginning all the way up to expert. So you are welcome. Just notify one of us through email because we will have to send you a link. Okay. The best person to notify is Don, Sonoran Mystic Tarot. But if you get it to any of us, we can get it to him. All right. I thank you again for joining us. Please come back and have a blessed weekend. Bye-bye.
A light behind the curtain, we shine for certain, but now we're in the hour of goodbye. There's music in the silence,